Hello, everyone, and welcome back to not only the last video for the year, but the last Chris's collection for the year. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. I've had a blast doing it, and of course, well into 2019, we're gonna keep going and keep doing all this stuff. I'm actually having a little bit of recording problems with this game for some reason. This is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. It keeps turning off my video signal, so just to be on the safe side, I'm not going to show gameplay. I'm really sorry, but instead I'm going to just tell my story to Anakin Skywalker jumping up and down. Basically, like, flashback to, like, circa 1999. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let me see. Let's pick Jim. Flashback to circa 1999. You have Star Wars. Star Wars is going batshit crazy. Episode 1's about to come out. Everyone is like so freaking excited for Star Wars. There hasn't been a new Star Wars movie in God knows how long. And so what happens? I'm gonna do it, guys. Hopefully it doesn't kick me out. Let's see. Okay, great, awesome. It didn't do it. I guess the problems are over. Cool. So everyone was going nuts. And I was balls to the walls because I love Star Wars. And this game was one of the. Well, this game came out actually a year later, which I'll get to in a moment. I kind of had my fill of Star Wars because there was this game I played it already, but it was Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace, which I played on PlayStation. So there's a video on that if you guys want to hear that story. But basically, I was already kind of satiated Episode 1-wise. And so when this came out, and also the Naboo Starfighter game, I forgot the name of it, but it was like an Episode 1 game as well, that came out, and I didn't get that either. I was just kind of like, you know what, man, I'm good. But my friend, I don't think it was Alex, but Gabe definitely bought this game. And so I would go over his house and I would play, and I'm like, you know what, man, it's a good game. It's not a bad game. I enjoyed it. Like, I would play with him, and I thought, this is fucking rad. And the thing was, I wasn't much of a racing person. I don't know, I didn't really like racing games too much, and I had been kind of bummed out by some of the racing games I'd bought in the past. So I was like, this is cool, and this is totally up my alley. It's N64, it's Star Wars, but I don't know, man, I'm good. And so I didn't buy it or anything like that, and I would just play it at my friend's Gabe's house. And then, years later, over 10 years later, I started getting the nostalgia bug, and I started collecting retro games again. And when I was looking to build up on my N64 collection, this was actually one of the first games I added, because even though I never owned it when I was younger, I did play it when I was younger a lot at Gabe's house, and I really enjoyed it. I had fun with him, and it was a really fun game. And if I recall correctly, it was like a big exclusive for N64 for the time. They even had like a pack-in or something where it was like you can get an N64 and it came with Episode 1 Racer. Or something like that. So it was a big deal, man. And it's crazy because now with Disney having taken over and stuff like that, we don't really get like games like this anymore. Like, yeah, Battlefront came out, and it had like Jakku or something like that when Force Awakens came out, and then it added the Last Jedi stuff for Battlefront 2, but like stuff like this, like big. I mean, this wasn't even a tie-in game. If anything, this was a tie-in for the VHS release, because a year later, Episode 1 came out on VHS in 2000. So this game was kind of like the, hey, you got the movie on tape, want to play it now, like that kind of thing. So I don't know. Like, that's what I think of when I play this. Oh shit, I died. Well, I'm almost done with the race. I guess we'll finish it. Third player. First play. See, man, it's the Boonty Classic. It's just like in the movie. They made a sequel. I'll talk about it because I never bought it. I was never interested. It was for PS2. I think it was called Star Wars Racer Revenge. And it's funny. You can play as Anakin, and he's like a Jedi, and it's like in between episode 1 and 2, and Obi-Wan was like, you can go and race Anakin. Yeah, it was kind of silly. Anyway, guys, so that's gonna be it for this episode. It's gonna be it for this year. Next month, I mentioned this in the Detroit video, but next month we're going to focus a lot on Chris's collection. We're actually going to finish the N64 games I have, so tune in January for us to wrap up the Nintendo 64 side of things, and then we'll move on to the next console, so it should be fun. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care.